Hi, and welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. So, again, we come back to a repeated effort by these perpetrator of this crime against me. And so, again, after the two video I did yesterday, okay, in retaliation, um, they started using Pam to target me, okay, but doing it in such a subtle ways that I won't confront her, and at least that's what they think, because I am definitely planning and talking to her about it, what she's doing and how she's doing it. So what she does, and I'm going to explain what she does now. So whereas before she would walk in front of me, like I said, put her hands in her back with her palm open, or with her hands down to her side, and as she walked past me, she would turn her hands again to try to do what is called a fixation drill. And so she'll turn her hands, so I'm staring at the palm of her hand. And so what she's doing now is being very slick and subtle about it. For example, if she's sitting down, right, on the side of me, what have you, she'll start, waving her hands, opening her hands, that sort of thing, looking at the palm of her hands as she's opening her hands. Or if she's in the bed and I, just go into the bedroom to ask her if she wants anything, you know, she will take her hand with her palm open and rest it on the pillow, right? So she would do those things. So again, because I confronted her already on doing those things in other ways, now they've adopted and she has adapted. So now she's doing it in different ways to try to get me not to confront, right, what it is that she's doing. And I think I read about this. I'm not sure if I read about it yesterday, but let me see if I can find it again. Okay, let's see here. Uh, Subtle attacks. Okay, hidden, doubtful, uncertain, and psychological defenses. All right, you guys hearing the siren? Okay. So subtle attacks are usually used to destabilize a person and to get through or bypass the person's psychological defense. They can leave the victim unsure or uncertain of how to react, or wondering if the subtle attack was intentional. So just by reading this, okay, so let's say if it wasn't intentional, right? If it wasn't intentional, it wouldn't be a repeated thing. When it becomes a repeated thing, then it's intentional. Whether it's through the mind control technologies on her, using it on her, or whether it's her own self that's doing this, okay, it becomes intentional. So, like I said, so instead of her now walking in front of me and, you know, trying to put me through a fixation drill with the palm open, she is now doing it in very subtle ways. Like I said, for example, she's sitting beside me. She's more talkative using her hand, right? So her hands waving, with her fingers open again, so I can see the palm of her hands. Or like I said, if she's laying in bed and I come into the bedroom, she will place her hands on the pillow with her palm facing upwards, right? So this is what she's been doing lately. And again, this is what is called subtle attacks, right? So, um, this is, again, like I said, once you confront them in one way, they will adjust and do something else, because the goal is to constantly have you under psychological attack, and also to bypass your defense mechanism so that you don't confront, okay? So therefore, leaving you in a state of uncertainty or being unsure if that individual was really attacking you, psychologically attacking you, but they most definitely are. So this morning, I took the kids to school, and they're using a lot of teenagers. And so now, instead of doing the peace sign or the victory sign like this, they're basically doing it sideways like this, right? So teenagers, we know teenagers, they use a lot of hand signal. And when you think about where a lot of these gang signs and the hand symbols that they do come from, this is created, okay, by those within the security agencies and law enforcement. And when you talk about why is there so many gang violence, but when you have um, areas where are over police, guess what? Because the police are directly involved in a lot of those violence. They're engaged in dark psychology, conditioning gang members or people within those areas with certain things and certain violent uh, psychological conditioning to make them violent. And so, you gotta ask yourself why, right? It's communities that are heavily policed, why there's still so much crime when crime should be going down. At least that's the the reason that they give, right? But clearly that's not the case. So they definitely are involved in a lot of these violence and gang activities. The police, state and local law enforcement are definitely involved, not in solving or preventing, but in actually creating the violence. Okay, all right. So like I said, so today now, uh, I walked the kids to school. I didn't drive, and this teenager, okay, he walks in front of me, and he had his phone. He takes it just like this, put it behind his back, okay, held it up. I'm going to do the action. So I have my phone, I have it behind my back, but I have it this way. I'm holding it this way behind my back. And then he takes his two finger and then does this, right? So here I am holding the phone kind of like this, right? So that is what he did. Then another teenager did the same thing, except without the phone, but with his bare hands, did the same hand signal, and then open up the palm of his hand so I can see the palm of his hand. Now, should I have taken up my phone and recorded? Probably should have, but I was holding my daughter's hand, okay, and I think because how it started out, very quiet. There's not a lot of people in the street, even though they normally were and normally are. But in this instance this morning, it wasn't. All right, and I believe there's only one police car that I saw this morning while taking the kids to school. Way back, I didn't see any police vehicles, um, but I did on my way back said, "Hey, you know what? I need to record." And again, uh, these are some of these people standing, hanging around at my kids' school. Some of them are parents, okay, but some of them are definitely perpetrators, and this include some of the parents. And so, I can spot these perpetrators out because the way they look at you, what they do, um, and how they do it, okay, in terms of with the targeting. Okay, so you see this woman here, see what she's doing? doing this, folding her lips inwards, closing her mouth. And like I said, we all know what that means. Okay, you're trying to subliminally send me a message about being quiet and not discuss about what's being done. Okay, also, before I continue, because it was another weird moment. So things have been going okay between me and Pam, but for some reason last night, her whole attitude changed. It became more negative again. And normally I would react to it in a negative way also because again that's my defense mechanism, right? But I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna lay it to rest. So this morning she got upset and I said to her, why are you upset? And she's like, because, I'm tired. I said to her, well, had you went to bed early last night, which you said you were going to do, and which I went to bed early, and I said, but you want to stay up on your tablet looking at makeup videos and then go to sleep at 1:30 at night, then you want to get upset because you're tired. But you're causing this, And so, I've been watching a lot of videos of female narcissistic behavior. Not to say that she's a narcissist, but as human beings, we all have a little bit of narcissism in our personality. That doesn't mean that you're a narcissist. It's just that some of the traits, if you look up what narcissist is or a narcissistic person, and you start to read the list of things, you can identify with probably one or two, three of those things. But if you're a full-blown narcissist, you know, can identify with 8, 9, 10 of those things. So yeah, then you're a narcissist. And so I tried to tell her, I said, listen, you have to change those type of narcissistic personality within your mind. And she's like, I'm not a narcissist. I said, I'm not saying you are, but we all have certain traits that is identifiable within the personality of a person who they say is a narcissist, right? And so, yeah, so it's like I said to her, you want to blame other people because you refuse to go to bed at a decent time so you can get enough sleep so you get up in the morning. So, you'll be a little less tired. Because with her, she's always tired. Regardless of whether she gets 12, 15 hours of sleep, she's always going to be tired. But I said, so you can't be mad at that. You want to be mad, yeah, be mad at yourself, but don't try to blame me or the kids or anything like that because, you claim you were so tired, right? But yet, I guess because also being microwave, it becomes very difficult for us to go to sleep, but I can't tell her that. And if I do tell her that, she just, not even paid any mind. And then she calls me earlier today about my daughter. And she's like, I don't know why, you know, she's not interested in school. She was like, well, when I was younger, I was very interested in school. I was very competitive and this and that. I said, well, that's you. Okay. She is not you. And I said, you always make the mistake at looking at people and comparing yourself or judging them using you as some type of standard, okay? Or using other people as some type of standard of how your life should be, And I said, you can't do that. Everybody's life is different, okay? Some people life may turn out better than others, you know. You can't down yourself for that, you know. I said, all you got to do is just, live the best life you can and, you know, try and be happy. Now, some people will never be happy with their life, but that's them. So, you know, so then she turns and she asks me, and she's like, um, when you was younger, did you have that kind of did you hate school? Were you always tired in school? And I said that has nothing to do with hereditary. I said, you know, it's not that they're not interested in school. It's just that they need structure. And when I try to give him structure, you fight against that. They need discipline and structure. You know, it's like, for example, my son was doing his homework, and he was laying on the floor. And I said to him, I said, listen, you should not be laying on the floor doing your homework. Get on your computer desk, or get your chair, sit by the coffee table, or go in the kitchen, or sit on a chair at the table, not laying on the floor doing your homework. And she was like, it doesn't matter. I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. That's why the teacher sometimes says he doesn't do anything in school, because he's looking around, not paying attention. And I said to her, I said, it's because you know you want to be, you know their friend, instead of being a parent, right? A parent who want to teach their children. And listen, children needs discipline, okay? Because when you don't have discipline and structure, and you let them do whatever they want to do because you want to build this independent mindset, then you're setting them up for failure. Because when they reach a certain age, you as a parent can't tell them anything, because now they feel that they can talk to you however way they want to talk to you. They can act however way they want to act, you know, because they no longer see you as a parent, an authoritative figure within the home, but now they see you as a friend. Okay, and you can't have that. Maybe with certain children, you know, but not all, and definitely not with our kids. Our kids need discipline and they need structure, and that's what I try to do. And when I try to do that, I get a fight back. So it's very, it's very frustrating at time. You know, when I said tell my kids pick up after yourself, but their mother don't. So when I'm not here and I come back, place is in a mess, because she's too busy, you know, doing other things, as opposed to, you know, also watching the kids and make sure that they don't make too much of a mess. You know, getting them to pick their things up. You know, getting them to, if they make a spill, clean it up. Don't just leave it on the floor. So it's always a battle. Okay, and so that's where we're at this point. So who knows? But anyway, let's get back to the video. Okay, so you see this parent here walking with his two kids. The minute he sees me, does this, look at his watch. Okay, and again, he does this. All right, another kid, teenager, sees me, sticks his hand in his ears. Then as he get close, starts tugging and grabbing on his clothing. And again, the palm drill fixation. Okay, this is what they do. As you, I'm just showing you guys how they mask it, right? They will adjust. Once I start recording, you know, they'll adjust. When I wasn't recording, they were very blatant with it. And as you see, as I approaching again another parent with their kid, he takes something out of his pocket. Okay, again, when you hear me saying everybody who's approach is going to see them start taking something out of their hand or using their hand, touching on their clothes, tugging on their clothes. Okay, so you see again, as I approach her, hands out of her pocket, you know, okay, okay, see the teenager on the left. Let's go back a little and see, start doing hand signals. Okay, let's go back slightly. I missed that one. Okay, you see, puts his hand over his mouth. Okay, not the one in front with the hoodie on, the one behind him. Okay, now watch the hand signal. You catch that? Okay, let's go back slightly again. I'm gonna let it play out. That's the hand signal. Okay, now let's take this one very carefully. Again, you'll see another teenager doing this. Okay, now I want you to look at this teenage girl right beside the teenage boy with the green jacket, and how she starts playing with her hair as she see me. Sticks her hands in her ears across like this. Okay, so now she see you walking. She starts playing with her hair. There she goes again with the hand signals, the 4 fingers. And I think the boy in the back, let's see here again. So here you go again with the 4 fingers, trying to mask it. Okay, and then course, he's gonna stick his finger in his ears, as you can see, acting as if he's fixing his earbud. Okay, and then you hear the sirens again, right? Okay, so now, right, watch this. So I already explained these two. Okay, now watch. See how he masks now with the palm of his hands. He's gonna mask it, right? Acting as if he's putting on his book bag, right? But again, that's just masking. And let me go back slightly because it looked like he gave me the middle finger. Okay, it could be wrong, but we'll see. Okay, he's gonna mask it. Okay, all right. So that wasn't the middle finger. That was actually his pointing finger, his index, and that was the middle finger. Okay, so let's go. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Okay, right. See the index finger. Now see the middle finger. Okay, and watch what he's doing. Staring at his phone with a smile on his face. Okay, and again, he comes out with a bag of potato chips, which you can see here. Let's do this again. Let that one go. Then he comes out. Now, why is he holding a bag of potato chips in his hand, acting like he's never seen it before? But again, the use of color, right? The use of color, the color yellow, okay? And they'll hold it up as if they're trying to show you something, okay? Okay, now there's a woman here. Let me change the layout again. Okay, you have to excuse me as I'm doing this in real time. Okay, so woman now comes out with a red cap behind me. Okay, she like basically like speed walk to get in front of me. I guess the synchronization was off a little. So she comes and she speed walks in front of me. Okay, and so the reason why you see the camera pointing down because I wanna get whatever she's trying to do, whatever hand signal she's trying to do. Okay, and then she stops right there. And then Pam's neighbor, okay, she lives right across from her, shows up. Okay, That's right. We're gonna put all of them on camera. Okay, including him. Oh yes, yes. So now, let's go back. And this is actually true. They either come very early in the morning. This is about going to 9 o'clock. They usually come very early in the morning, between I would say 6 and 7:30. And again, because of the targeting, they are rehashing old tactics, right? So the use of the sanitation trucks and sanitation worker. And one of the sanitation worker, wearing a red cap. And now the use of music. So this person walking behind me is blasting uh, uh, music. Okay, so now I'm heading into the building, and you'll see synchronization, because I ended the video right here. Okay, which I shouldn't have done. I should have known better, but I was quick to adapt. And the minute I get to the door, okay, uh, one of the recruits from Pan Building, again, the synchronization, and you know, when you know how to recognize it, you understand what I'm talking about. So here he goes. Okay, synchronization. Exactly. So let me adjust this video again. Uh, let's see. Okay. Um, let's get this back. And you can always tell those perps because they're the way how they look at you. You know, some of you guys who are watching this may not understand that. It may look as if, yeah, he's opened the door, he's eye level with me, but it's how they do these things, how the synchronization occurred, particularly when it comes to psychological manipulation, psychological harassment, and the timing and movements of the perpetrators within your surrounding. And they will do same time in, same time out, uh, entrance exit schemes. And so, as a TI, we are very well aware of what it is that they're doing. Okay, so I just wanted to show this. As you can see this morning, you barely hear any sirens, except for when I'm doing this video right now. And you didn't even see any police cars. Like I said, the only police cars that I saw this morning was that one police cruiser as I was walking the kids to school. Okay, so again, they will adjust, but be aware that I know for sure that they just sitting back after being exposed, and you know, the same thing is going to be repeated again, maybe in a different manner, but the same tactics going to be repeated again in a couple of days, or it could be tomorrow. Who knows? But I will be recording. We'll be exposing what it is that they're doing, and that's it for this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.